Hey there, I'm here to talk about Mother, yet again. I love this movie. I'm pretty sure, yes, I am sure that this is the fourth time I've seen it, so this is a review of my fourth viewing. Saw it in the theater, rented it soon after it came out on DVD, watched it twice while I had it rented. Pretty much watched it back to back. Only posted one review for it. And now I've watched it a fourth time. Got the Blu-ray for Christmas. And so had to check it out. I'm also trying to formulate in my mind my top 10 for the year. And that's definitely there. Right now, I mean, I can tell you it's in my top 5. Easy. I think it's a great film. It's about Do-Jun is accused. He's slow, you know. I don't know if I could go so far as to call him special, but he is definitely slow-witted. Sheltered. He's accused of murdering a young girl, and his mother will stop at nothing to prove his innocence. That, in a nutshell, is what the movie is about, but it's a very dense film, and there's a lot going on. But that is the core of the story. It's co-written. It's from a story by him, and co-written, produced, directed by Bong Joon-ho, who I think is an amazing talent. After this film, I would call him one of the great directors in the world, and he's only made 3 films, but I thought all 3 were phenomenal. What is going on? Something's happening with my neighbors. Excuse me. Anyway, I've lost my train of thought. I think this is a great film. Bong Joon-ho, true talent. I want to compare him to Tarantino, though no one can really be compared to Tarantino. He blends genres seamlessly. You know, action, thriller, dark comedy. Sometimes happen in, you know, fluidly in one scene, and I think it's quite something, and that's a theme throughout all of his films. So I think he's good stuff. The film stars, and really it should be one of the reasons you check out the film, and what adds to the greatness of the film is Kim Hae-ja. I hope I'm saying that kind of right. Kim Hae-ja. For all intents and purposes, Korea's Meryl Streep. Been working forever in television and film, and now she has carried this film, and now she's been pretty much introduced to America at the peak of her powers. And she's amazing. For my money, she gives the performance of the year. Now, obviously, she's not going to be nominated for Best Actress at the Academy Awards, but I think she would deserve it. You know, for me, it's the performance of the year. I mean, period. She is amazing in every single scene. Her eyes are always on fire. Always on fire. and she's always doing something that you can watch. Her performance is very subtle. It's it's just nonstop. She's I don't know how else to put it. She's always doing something. She's always doing something. I think all of the acting is great in this film. I don't know any of the other actors' names. I just know hers because it's prominently featured. But all the acting is great. The other main character, the son, is very good. He has a lot to do, I think. Again, I think all of the acting is great. I just think this is a great movie. If I haven't said it yet, I'm giving this a 10. I don't believe I have. For me, it's a 10. Solid 10. Excellent film, one of the best of the year. She delivers a performance of the year. It rewards you for watching it multiple times or just paying very close attention. But there are things that, even if you were paying good attention, you would not notice, I guarantee. This was the 4th time I watched it, and I saw things for the first time that I had never seen before. So that's, I think, what a film should do. Should open itself more and more every time you watch it, explore it. I felt like a geek, like a kid, because I was seeing things that I had never, seen before in previous viewings, and I was like, oh my God, this makes the movie so much better, and it does. Though I pretty much knew, like after seeing it in the theater, that it was a 10. I love this movie. It makes me think that I really can't think of reasons, why I love it. It's just, every shot looks like a painting. And I mean that if you were to take a freeze frame of, the DVD or whatever, if you were going to take a freeze frame, that would look like a composed piece of art, a painting, and no matter what point you would do it. And it's a gorgeous film, beautiful cinematography. Again, just perfectly directed, just looks great. You see things out of context. I think I've noticed that in Asian cinema from time to time, where you'll see something and then after it's done you realize you have no idea what you just saw. Like you're introduced to a character and you have no idea who that character was. In context, it makes no sense. But give it 10 minutes and you're like, oh, okay, so that's who that was. And that happens in this film, like a couple times maybe overtly, and many times where you don't even notice it, very subtly. And that's what I'm talking about. The more you watch it, the more you'll get out of it. Because, again, was seeing things that I'd never seen before. And I'd watched it, 3 other times. So I thought that is really cool. It's weird, again, Bong derives humor from situations where you wouldn't think there would be any humor at all. And I think that's ballsy, really. So that's one thing that I love about the movie. again, I love the movie. It's a 10 for me. And I think I've justified the 10. It's going to be in my top 5. Easy. Unless I see something that's just mind-blowing. This will be in my top 5. Possibly even my top 3. I mean, I love the movie. Again, I loved it enough to buy it. The Blu-ray, by the way, looks great. The sound was really good. I don't know, I feel like I'm just stalling now. But I hope you see this film. I think it's one of the best of the year. It's a 10. Kim Hi-job, if you're an actor, I mean, I went home and practiced things that I saw her do. And I think that speaks for itself. I mean, her acting is thrilling to me in this picture. So I think it should be seen for multiple reasons. One, because it's from one of the great directors working today, Bong Joon-ho, and this is his best film. And I mean, I don't see how his next film will be better. I think he'll have to take a step backwards before making a movie of this caliber again. And then Kim Hi-job's performance is amazing. All of the acting is great. But Kim Hi-job's performance is a revelation. And again, it's a peek into another culture. Oh, and one thing I did want to point out about this that I really loved, I mean, this is what turns me on, is there is no dubbing available on the Blu-ray and possibly the DVD. Meaning that if you're going to watch the film, you have to read it. There is no option to listen to it in English or whatever language you might want. There is just Korean, and there are several different subtitles. So that's hot. I like that. I like that the director can say, you know, make sure that they're watching the acting and that they have to read this. I don't want any other voice actors ruining my work, which is, in my opinion, what voice acting does to at least live-action foreign films. You really, really need to watch the actors act in their native tongue. Because it's not the same. It's not the same at all. So I've always thought it was insulting to watch a dubbed film. But here, that's not even an option. You've got to watch it, you've got to read it, and listen to it in Korean. You know, basically encapsulating her performance so that no one else could mess with it. So I think that's hot. You know, I don't know. I love this movie. I think it's fantastic. One of the year's best. One of my favorite movies in a long time. Probably the best foreign film I've seen since Zatoichi. I can't remember if I saw Old Boy after Zatoichi or Zatoichi after Old Boy. I think I saw Zatoichi last. But I mean, Zatoichi blew my mind, and that's, again, this is also mind-blowing. So this is my favorite foreign film in a while. And it's a must-see. It's a 10. Enough said. Thanks.